Hey guys, welcome back. In this tutorial we're going to cover the interior of this mansion. We did part 1 already. It was all the exterior walls, and this is where we left it at. So this time we're going to go in, we're going to do all our walls and our flooring, and I'm hoping that we will also get to the yard in this part 2 as well. If not, we'll have to do a part 3. But this is what we've got for our inside. And I've collected some blocks, some polished basalt, the column looking basalt blocks, pillar quartz. I'm also going to be using some light gray terracotta, white concrete, steel lanterns, my polished or chisel quartz. And then I also think I'm going to be using like some dark blue concrete for a couple of the bedroom walls. And then I'll have different flooring. There's some quartz, there's going to be some wood. So anyway, let's go ahead and get it started. Let's get these walls up. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my basalt column blocks here, and I want to come on this white row of concrete, and I'm going to come up by 7. And yeah, the bottom one I think could be that direction. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's have that one come out. Do the same thing on this side. Just like that. I'm not really sure about that. Let me see if it looks any better with these pointed up. I think I kind of like that way better. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we can start using those as guides to help us frame out our wall here. So looking back at the front of the house, we're going to put some white concrete right along the bottom of this wall. There should be 14 blocks by the time you hit that wall there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So you should be completely even at that point on this side. Let's keep bringing this around. You're going to come out by 1 and then just follow this along until you're even with this wall. And then just do the same thing on the other side. Bring this all the way across, bring it out 1, and then bring it all the way to the edge of that wall. Okay? And now let's do this side. And we're going to stop at the same corner that this one stopped at. So at that wall, bring it around, bring it out 1, into this corner, and around to the door. And same thing on this side. Bring it forward, out by 1, and then across and stop at that same corner. Okay, now take, well, whichever block you want. I'm using pillar quartz because it's got the little pattern on it. And I'm going to come across this top row and I'm going to cover up the wall. Just this first lower row. Just like this. Don't cover up the glass. But this is the second layer of your wall. And just do the same thing all the way around. Alright, here's my last side. Alright, and just stop right there. looking something like that. Nope, that's not tall enough. I knew it. Should be 2 blocks above each window, like that. Alright, there we go. So it should be looking like this. Same thing front and back. All we did was just double up our walls so that we could change decorations on the inside if we wanted to. And now I want to frame out a doorway here. There's a little hallway here, and then this is probably going to be a laundry room. There's a little room right here, and then this is going to be a bedroom and a bathroom, both. So let's start right here, right along this edge, and I'm going to use my basalt columns again, and you're going to stack 4. 3, 4, and then you want to come over 2, and then you're going to come down to the floor. Let's get this one face up. Now, you know what? Let's do this one face out instead. Let's do these like that. Alright, cool. And now the rest of this is going to be filled in with concrete. So it's actually, we're going to fill this row in, and I'm going to place a brace block right there so that I can put my pillar quartz facing like that. And I can get rid of those and then just fill the rest with white concrete to the top. And now we just want to do the same thing on this wall right over here. Now that they're both done, we want to come into the inside and we want to double up this wall as well. So just put these in like you did the first time, and then if you want to, you can actually place some stone buttons on the front and back for a little extra detail. And then just fill this in with your white concrete. And you can use your decorative block for this strip as well. Just like that. And then do the same thing on the other side, double it up and put your stone buttons in. And your concrete. Perfect. So now we just want to go ahead and finish building this little room right here, and we're going to do that by doing the exact same thing we did right over there. You're going to put in your doorway. You're going to have 4 concrete along the bottom. And use your pillar quartz. And I'm doing this all the same in each room, but it's basically just to set up for when you want to change it, or for whatever you want to do later. Concrete, fill it in. And then we are also going to double up this doorway just like we did the front doorway, and we're going to do it towards this side, the side of what will be the bedroom. So come back in and just put a whole nother layer right here. Happy little layers everywhere. Don't forget your stone buttons. And now you don't actually want to add the extra layer of concrete in here. I am going to go ahead and make that a different layer or a different color just for this first bedroom. So that's how it should be right now. You've got a double wall here in the front. Got a little room here on the inside. It's actually the room on this side, and then there's a little hallway. And then your single wall here with a double doorway. So that's where we're at so far. Go ahead and do the exact same thing to this side here. And then when mine's all done, I'll be back. Alright, both of mine are done now. I want to come back in and just finish up the room here. So come over by 2 from the left with some white concrete, and then you're going to put in your row of chisel quartz. Then you're going to add concrete all the way up to the top. You're going to leave 3 spots and then just do 1 row on this side. Like that. Bring it to the top with your concrete. And then you should have 3 spaces here in the middle. And now I'm going to build another column like this. Right down the side. 1 here in the middle, connecting them. And fill the top up with concrete and then pick a door you might want. I don't appear to have a door yet, so I'll be right back. In search for a door, I came up with a completely new block to use as well. But I like it. I kind of like the contrast of it. So yeah, I'm using bone blocks for the door. I've got some warped planks. And of course, added some wooden buttons. Don't need that. And so that's our little room. Gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. I think I need a piece of glass up there. Yeah. So yep, just do the same thing over here. And I'll be back when mine's done. Okay, so now that we got both these little doorways done, let's keep heading on into the bedroom. This is going to be a master bedroom and bathroom. So I'm going to take my blue concrete and facing the door, so there's the front of the house. If you are coming into the bedroom on the left of the house, the left side is going to be the bedroom side and the right side is going to be the bathroom. So I want to start on the left side of the doorway here facing the door. I'm going to put 2 blocks. I'm using blue concrete and gray, light gray for this room. So, and then I'm going to bring it around to that corner. And again, on this side, you want to leave the corners empty. And now you're going to bring this side down until it meets with the other side right here, which should leave you 1 space between the edge of the window and the edge of your blue. Okay. Now you want to bring in this side by 2 so that you and skip 3, 2, 3, and then bring it over to meet those 2 that you placed first. This of course is going to be another doorway. Do we make it with our bone block? I think so. Before we put the doorway in, let's go ahead and finish up our walls. I'm going to put 5 more rows on top of this blue. It's going to meet this wall up here. So just fill everything in until you get to the top. Use the colors you want to see every day. Whoops. Try not to whoops too much. And do that all the way around. to cover up our windows here, but not our glass, of course. And I think we're going to bring it up well, let's just keep it with this for right now. I don't think we come up any further on the bedroom side. The bathroom side actually has a taller ceiling. Okay, fill all this in. Alright, so actually let's go ahead and fill this in too, like that, so that now we just have the 4 little windows up at the top there. Okay, so now we can go ahead and frame up this doorway just like I did the other ones. It's only going to be 1 wide, just like the other one. Let's just pull these across right now. And down the other side. Put in our door. Yep, and then I need glass for that part. And now we do want to double it up on the inside. So just like this, and then we'll do this room a different color as well. Don't forget your stone or your oak buttons. Alright, and then we can top it off with these last 2 layers of gray concrete, light gray. Alright, so we got our bathroom door framed out, we got our wall filled in, it's looking good. So now let's go ahead and start the inside of the bathroom here. And for mine, I'm going to go ahead and just use some light blue concrete and maybe quartz. So on my bottom row here, I'm going to use my light blue concrete, and again leaving these corners open. Bring it across like that, and then we can just start filling everything in with the quartz all the way up. There is a bathtub slash, shower area, which I might end up putting like some lapis on that, behind that. Looks a lot like bathroom tile to me. And just keep going until you get it all filled in. Go up the corners. And we're going to bring it up to here. Like that. Same thing with this side. And fill in the windows. And we can bring this part across here. Alright, so that's my bathroom. It's a little bit plain. I think it'll be okay once we get it decorated. If not, I'll just change out the blocks. I have no problems with that. So, alright, there's the second room complete. And now we just have this one. So again, did I say second room? We don't. We only have the first room complete. Alright. This one, so what I do in my second room that's this size, you can either copy the other side and make a bedroom and a bathroom if you want. Or what I actually end up doing, because I only need 1 bedroom, is I turn this into a workroom. So I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other side over there, but I'm going to use dark oak on the bottom, and then I will be using my light gray terracotta on top of that. So just go all the way around the room like we did, except you don't have to come in these two spots if you're not going to make a different room, a different bathroom. Just bring it all the way across. Oh, we don't want to cover that. Okay, and then just cover everything with a lighter colored block of choice. Alright, and then we're just going to keep going, filling in these corners the same as we did on the other side, straight down like that. And then just keep going. You want 2 rows of these wall blocks above the top of the glass here. So just use that as a reference, get it all filled in, and I'll meet you back here. Alright, now we got it all filled in like this. We want to double this door as well. I should have already done that. There we go. Whoops. And stone buttons. Did I put them on this side? Yeah. Alright, so we have the room filled up like this. Oh, and I just forgot some pieces. Hurried back too quick. There we go. Alright. So now you got everything covered up. You have your double wall in here. And it should be looking like this. And now that we have these walls on the first floor all built up and colored in, we're ready pretty much for the flooring. Since this is going to be a workroom for me, I'm going to use some polished andesite. So I'm going to remove this layer of grass and put in andesite. What I actually also want to do, is kind of typical in my builds, is to add lighting down here and then use slabs. So actually let me even see if there is, oh, there is a polished slab. How perfect is that? Alright, so then what I will end up doing is putting sea lanterns all underneath this and then putting slabs on top for my floor. And that's going to help light everything up nicely. So I'm going to finish out this room with the polished andesite, and I will do this hallway in this room as well. So let me get some of that done and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, and now all I have left are my 2 little rooms here on the sides, and I think I'm just gonna add a little more color. I'll have to put our door back. But I'm gonna do this one in blue, I guess, and then the other one I'm gonna do in red. Just for a little variation. There's a lot of white on this house. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing in the living room and kitchen area just yet. I kind of plan this as I go, in case you haven't noticed. It's more fun that way. Alright, I'm just gonna Oh, not this side. Oh, for heaven's sake. Settle down. Here we go. So let's start by going to the front of the house here, the front door. And let's go ahead and frame out our floor for the dining room and the kitchen. Knock out these grass blocks. And I'm using obsidian, just a contrasting color I think would be nice. I'm going to frame it out in a dark color, and then I'm going to put the floor in with slabs and lights underneath. Let's get rid of that and replace that door. So you're going to fill in this front row here, then you're going to come up one and go over one, so you're in front of the basalt pillar here. Go up again and go over again, and then just stop right there. Then you can bring it across, but you're going to stop, whoops, one short. So just right there. Fill all that in. And then you're going to knock out this one and that one so that you have it in front of the pillar like that. This one and that one. And then across there. And replace that one. Okay, so we did the same thing on both sides. There you go, should look about like that. Now we can continue around, and these two sides are a little bit different. So bring it out by one, and then bring it all the way across. Don't get stuck in your window. But you're only going to have one corner block here, as to where on this side you've got two. And then just keep going. And same with the front. Oh, not that far. You're going to have it come out like that by one. And then just have it go straight along that wall. So actually, in order to make sure it doesn't get confusing, let me put these two back. Alright, so it looks like that. Should be the same on either side. Cool. And now I'm just going to fill in all this grass. I'm going to dig out the grass, and I'm going to put in my layer of sea lanterns underneath. And then I think I'm just going to do this whole area with, I wasn't sure about smooth stone slab or if I'm going to use the diorite. So I think the diorite might go a little bit better in this house, so I think I'm going to start with that. But let me get this done and I'll meet you back here. Alright, so you can see I went ahead and I just used my oak slabs. I did put my lighting underneath. The unfortunate part is that when you're using the lights and the slabs, you're kind of limited as to what kind of block you can use. You can always spruce it up with a little bit of carpeting or something, I guess. But and the last thing I want to do here is replace these two there. So that's the floor for the living room right now. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in this side. This side I want to use diorite, or I'm going to see what this polished granite looks like. So let me get that part done and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is going to complete my floor for the kitchen and dining room. If you wanted to, once we put in the kitchen table or the dining room table, if you want to separate the flooring a little bit, you could, but that's pretty bright. I like that. Looks alright, not too bad. So far so good. Nice. Let's keep on going. So let's head on into these side rooms, and I'm going to use some quartz stairs, and we're going to do the ceiling in here. So I can see I need a white concrete block there and there. But take your quartz stairs and place one upside down on the wall right there in the corner. Come up to this other brown block and this other brown block, and then you also want one here. Oh, you know what we can do instead? We can do that. Let's do that instead. And then for the very top, we're going to have just solid concrete blocks. They'll go all the way across. Whoops. Like that. Same way in this direction. And then just keep going with your stairs all the way across until you have it all sealed up. And of course, I don't have to say this. Oh, damn it. Do it on the other side as well. Okay, so I'm going to get mine done off camera and I'll be back when it's all done. Here we go. This side's all done. And now for the other side, because we have this wall here, we're going to do the same thing as in starting on this wall in the corner, going up one, going up another one, and then one more that you can bring out. So you're going to start it like this, but you're actually going to stop here at this wall and then jump over to the other side and do the same thing. But this wall is going to be brought up, and if you put the stairs here, it's either going to leave a corner of a gap, a little real small square, or if we're just going to fill it in. Alright, so I'm going to do this side and I'll be right back. Alright, finishing up here. I've got my ceiling up with my gap here for the wall, and let's use our white concrete across the top. Alright, and then just fill in the wall. I'm going to fill this side in with the gray concrete and the other side with my quartz. I hope I didn't do this floor in here. Alright, cool, all closed in. I don't know what I'm going to do for this floor. I'll put something in there. Oh god, can't fit through a door. Alright, so both our ceilings are up. Oh, thought I felt a little draft. Okay. These last few in here. There we go. Nope, still not right. Okay. Might get this one done. There. Okay. I don't see any more holes. Alright, there's the master bedroom and bathroom. Got her floors in. Looking pretty good. Yep. Very cool. Okay. Now let's go ahead and fill in our ceilings here. I'm just going to use, I wanted to use smooth stone. Let me find some of that. And you want it to be one block higher, so just start there so that you can bring it up one. And just cover this area and do the same thing over here. Cover this ceiling. Okay, and then do the same thing on the other side. Of course, you can use whatever ceiling block you want to look at. I guess we can just bring this all the way across. That makes it a little easier. Alright, so now we got our little hallway and our two little side rooms covered. I'll put some lighting in as we go. Let's go in here and let's go ahead and I'm going to use my quartz stairs and I'm just going to line these out to kind of make it look like some crown molding up here. Whoops, not that way. Kind of like that. And let's do the same thing over here. You can also do this to the little side rooms if you want. I'm not going to worry about them right now until I get in there to decorate them. Alright, crown molding done. Now let's head back out here, and right where we have these pillars, we're going to add 7 more so that we stop on this block here across the long row of glass. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and same thing on this side. 3, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and put 7 that way if you're using this kind of block. Okay, and same thing over here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now both your doorways should look like this. I'm going to take my quartz stairs and I'm going to come up to this top pillar. I'm going to place one right there upside down. And then I'm going to bring it all the way across until it meets this other side. Like that. Do the same thing over here. Okay, slow and steady. Alright, so that's the beginning. And then we can do the same thing on this glass right here. Put your upside down stair and bring it all the way across. Oh my goodness. And do the same thing right behind us here. This one right here. Okay, so now we should have our 2 like that. Then we can just take our solid concrete and come across the top like this to seal it up. Alright, so there's the beginning of this ceiling. It's actually vaulted like this here in the doorway. It's gorgeous. So, looking good so far. Let's do a little decorating inside here. I'm going to do sort of the same thing I did here on the outside with the quartz stairs. So I'm going to have one here, like that. One on the other side. You're going to come down, put another one here. Another one there. And you can take your white concrete, fill that in, put one more on top of that. So you got this now. And then just go ahead and take your upside down stair for the center like that. And do the same thing over here. Just matching up your stairs to the outside. And filling it in. Now let's expand on that a little bit. Let's put another concrete block right there, and let's put stairs on top of these blocks. Yeah, it looks a little better. Do the same thing on this side. Okay. I think to even it out a little bit, let's put a slab up there. Yeah, I like that better. It looks more like a peak, and it matches a little bit better to what's going on right above it. There we go. I like that. So now let's go ahead and we're going to go to the front of the house here and start framing out our floors for the second level. So come over to this pillar block row right here and go up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And place a block there. You're going to be right next to the stair, the first sideways facing stair. And then you're going to come out 9 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Same thing with this side. So it's even. And then you're just going to keep bringing it all the way up. So fill all this in until you get to the top there. You just have to fill it to here, obviously. And let me get mine done, and then I'll be back. Alright, so now I've got my walls pulled up here on either side. So now I want to come over. I'm going to start on the second block from the bottom, only because this is going to get covered by the floor, so you don't have to put blocks on this bottom row. But start here and come over to the left and place 2 blocks. And on these walls, I actually want to go ahead and place my quartz block again. My pillar quartz block, so that it looks like the wall's down there. So you're going to have 2, and then on top of that, white concrete to the top. Then you're going to skip 4 spots, so 3 and 4. You're going to place another 5 white concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we can get rid of these. This is a doorway right here. Alright, and again, I want to use my pillar quartz and then top it off with the concrete to the top. I hope you can see it clear enough. I know it's a lot of white. Sometimes I'm a little blinded by it myself. Alright, do the same thing on this side. Just come out 2. We're going to put our pillar quartz. Top it with concrete. Skip 4. And then do 5. You're only going to put these on the white. And dig out your doorway again. Top concrete. And that part's done. So I think having these blocks right here not match the pillar quartz that I have, I think I do want to place them here, and I think I might even bring them all the way across. I want to see what that looks like, but let me do that and I won't make you watch that. I'll be right back. Alright, well, that's what it looks like, and I think I like it better. I wasn't sure about turning this one this direction and having this sort of not uniform, or doing it that way. I'm just going to keep it that way. And then there's going to be a staircase right here, so I'll do it to the other side real quick. Alright, there's what the finished product looks like if you end up pulling around your decorative block around the corners. Now I want to come down here. I'm going to use diorite stairs, and I'm going to place a row of upside down stairs here to this end block, and then this end one I want to have facing in, like that. Then you're going to do the same thing on the bottom row, have them facing up, not sideways, until you get to the end, which you're also going to have to turn in, but let me put down a little bracer block here. And then I'm going to put it up, or right side up on the edge, just like that. Do the same thing over here, right underneath these walls that we just placed. Last one going that way. And then another row, right side up, with the end one facing in. Like that. Okay. And now that we have our front design done here, let's focus on this back. You want to come back to this black pillar right here and count up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, so that you're right next to that stair. And I'm going to put one upside down. Nope, we want it right side up, like that, facing out. Do another one right there. And now you're going to bring 2 more, but curved the other direction. So 1, 2, and same way with this side. Okay, so you have that. Now we want to bring it around and curve it all together. So let's put one more right there and then bring it around. Oops. So it meets this one, like that. And then coming up on top, we'll do the same thing, but now the stairs will be upside down. Whoops. And this one needs to be facing out, like that. And then just curve it around too. Leave it just like that. Do the same thing on this side. Okay. So now I can take my full blocks of diorite, put 2 right here on the corner, 2 on this corner. Then I'm going to take my stairs again. I'm going to come in one on the other side, and then we'll put one right there. So there's going to be a staircase that comes up here to the 2nd floor, and then once you come up the stairs, you reach the top of the stairs here. This is what you're going to see. It's just more of a little railing with the vaulted ceiling overhead. So that's what that is. I think we'll go ahead and start the stairs, because that's going to make it easier to bring everything else together. So I think we'll do that next. So let's start here at the front door, and I've grabbed some quartz. I have quartz stairs. I grabbed some purple blocks and stairs, and of course my lodestone because I just like it. But come to the front door and face in, and we're going to count over 6. So starting with this row of obsidian right here, count that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're going to start your staircase right here. So go in 6, and then you can place 3 stairs. And then take one more and wrap it around the side, so you should have 5 in total. Now we just rinse and repeat 5 more times, so you're going to have a total of 6 stairs going up. And you're only going to put in the 3 stairs, don't worry about the sides. Do a couple more. I think. Let me count them, see where I'm at. It looks like I got a... Oh no, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, one more. Alright. There we go. And then I can take out all these blocks. I don't need them anymore. Alright, so now we got our stairs going up. Let's go ahead and fill this in. The two squares right there just to connect it. And now we can bring up the sides. So I'm going to use my lodestone for this one. Put a block behind these end stairs here. Put a second block. Same thing on this side. And then I'm going to add a smooth stone slab to the end like that. And you come up and do it again on this row, and that row, all the way up. Alright, do it one more time here to finish it up. Slabs on, and then on top of this lodestone I want one more like that. Alright, so that brings up our stairs. So now we can place our last couple of blocks here, come up to the top on these corner blocks and go ahead and place an upside down stair right here on top of it like that. Same thing with this side. And then let's come down here. I'm going to place a stair like that and another stair like that. And now I want to take my slabs and I want to come up underneath here. And then we can place an upside down stair there and an upside down stair there. Alright. And now let's just do that again all the way up. Put your slabs in there. Let's put in a stair. Right. Well, an upside down stair here. More slabs. Alright, so that's what it should be looking like right now. Looking good so far. So let's finish this area up. You're going to come up to the top here and you're going to put another upside down stair on this white concrete just behind this last stair that we put up here. And same thing on that side. Now I'm going to grab a full block of purple. Actually, I'm going to come back with my white concrete for this. and put a block right there and a block right there. So let's finish up our steps here. We're going to have 2 that go up. So you're going to put one here, and then go up and do it again to this solid block we just placed. Like that. Do it on this side as well. Alright, perfect. Now when you come up the stairs, you actually have the option of going left or right. Don't go too far. The floor is not finished. Alright, looks good. So I'm going to finish up this side here, and looking at it, I was going to bring this up as high as this. The back of these stairs is actually our layer of floor, but I don't think I like that up there. So I'm taking both of mine out. I'm going to put a solid block of concrete there and there next to the stairs, and then I'm just going to take my black stained glass panes and put them around the edge for a little border. And I think that blends a little bit better. I like it. Alright, so now I think all we have to do is fill in this little gap here. So it doesn't really matter what you use, because this one's your floor. There's going to be some crown molding here. Well, we can change it if we need to. I do want these here. Alright, so it's looking like this, and now we can start filling in our floors up here for the second level. So before we come across with the floor, I want to take my diorite stairs and put them on this bottom layer and bring them all the way across. This is sort of like, what is going on? Yeah, okay. Wow, that was weird. Anyway, and then just keep coming all the way around this room. Whoops. And to the corner. So you've got that crown molding going on there. Do the same thing on this side. Alright, and as you can see, I changed up my crown molding here to something a little bit darker. I just think it looks nicer. There's just so much white here. So now we can fill in our ceilings, and you're just going to make sure it comes up one above whatever you're using for your trim, and then just fill in the space all the way across, just like that. So when mine are done, I think I'm going to do a different color on each side. I'll sort of experiment, but I'll come back when mine's done and I'll show you what I came up with. Alright, cool. So I got both of my ceilings done. I just used a chiseled sandstone in my kitchen, and then for the living room, I actually picked clay. Clay block is kind of a cool color and something I rarely use, so I have that for my ceiling in the living room. Looking good. Looks a little plain, so I'm going to keep going with some decoration here in the ceiling. I'm going to use crimson slab for this. We'll see how that works, but I'm going to start by putting one in each of the corners. Whoops. Okay, and then we want to put one, oh goodness, right in the middle. So you should have 4 spaces in between each one here. And this one, the one you just put in the middle, you can bring all the way across. Oh my gosh. It's going to be one of those days. Okay. place another slab on either side of the end of this beam. And then we can do the same thing here. We're going to come over, I believe, 4. Be on 4, so 1, 2, 3. I want it there. Have 3 spaces in between. Now let's bring these all the way across, and we can keep going like that. Same way with this one. And then we can add a slab to either side again. Just like that. Alright. Come into these middle X's here. Take out that center block. And then you can take your slabs and just come around, fill in each corner so that you have a little square like that. Same thing here. And then I'm going to put a sea lantern in the middle of both of those for some light. I will be adding a lot of light to the house as we go. Well, probably later on after most of the build is done, but because we took out those blocks, I wanted to get them filled back in. So there you go. You could even put like some fancy terracotta in there or something. Maybe hang a lantern from it, I don't know. I like that, looks alright. Adds a little color, a little texture. Cool. And now I'm going to do the same thing on this side, but I think I'm going to use my dark oak slabs and just continue with those. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Okay, just put in my little centerpieces and my lights. And this side's done too. Alright. Looks pretty good. Looks decorated. Let's head on upstairs and start these rooms up here. I'm picking some gray and green for one of my rooms, and then on the other side I'm going to do a light gray terracotta and the regular terracotta. And then I'm using the smooth quartz for my floor and the warp planks on the other side. So I'm going to make this one green. So come around, start lining out right underneath your decorative block here. You can stop right there. Bring it all the way underneath the windows to the other wall. And then you want to bring it out by 3, like that. And then there's going to be a doorway right here. So now you want to skip 4 spots. So we'll knock those out. And then bring it around and forward until you meet the other side of the doorway there. And then we can get rid of these. And now I'm going to take my light gray concrete and I'm just going to add 5 more. I want to be one above the window. So add 5 more to all of these, all the way around, just like this. And don't cover the windows. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing over on this side and just use my light gray and regular terracotta. Alright, there's both of mine. And now we can go ahead and put in the floors. I'm going to use my warped planks here. Yep. This one won't really matter because you're going to have another block in front of it on this side too. Alright, and then on the other side I'm going to go ahead and put in my polished quartz. Smooth quartz. Whatever the pretty pink one is. Ah! And last row. Alright. Heading back over to this side for this floor. Alright, here we go. And now we can start framing out our hallways here and our little patio entryways. But this is what you should have so far. Let's go ahead and finish up this wall. Let's bring your white concrete across. And use my pillar quartz again, like that. And now let's go ahead and fill in. Let's start with this wall. So I'm using a combination of gray and light gray concrete in these two little hallway areas right here. So I'm going to come over here right up underneath the window. I want a row of light gray all the way to the side here. I'm going to put a row of dark gray on top of it, leaving the window open, and more light gray on top of that. And you want to come up to this level, just one above your stairs on your window here, 2 over the glass. Make sense? We can also go ahead and bring this out one more just to keep it all even. We're going to do some more crown molding up here, so that's the block that it'll be sitting on, so we'll just put that in now. Okay. So come down here to these windows. I'm actually going to change these out to panes because that looks way better. But come up here and you're going to put 4 quartz stairs above the windows like that. Do the same thing to this side. Okay. And now back to my gray concrete. Light gray first. Come to the bottom of the door here and place the 3 blocks like that. Top it with the dark. And then come all the way up with it. And you can go all the way across the top as well, so that we have that. we can finish up this side. Just going to bring the same thing all the way down, starting at the bottom of the door here. Oh, and you actually want to. There you go. And top it with more light gray till you get to the top. Here we go. Perfect. Alright. And now I can fill in the floor. I think I'm going to use birch over here. And just come right to that corner. We never did this either. I don't know if I like the way that glass looks up against there, or if I want to bring it up one more. I think I'm going to need to bring it up one more if this is going to be the floor. But go ahead and put the floor in, and then if you want to change that side like I'm going to, then it might look a little bit better. And then this same thing that we did over here, we're going to do on the other side. So just, you're going to start by filling in this wall, and put in your floor, and then you're just looking to double up your wall like we have been all over the house. So, oh, let me get this part here too. Alright, and then yeah, I'll fix this and I'll show you what I'm going to do with mine. That just seems kind of weird. You're going to walk off the floor and die. This is interesting too. Alright. So there's this side. Let me go over and finish my other side. Okay, so mine's all done. I just used birch wood on both sides. Sort of keeps it nice and bright. You can also add lights underneath here later if you wanted to. And then for this area here, I just took out the glass that was on this row, replaced it with some cords, and then just threw my glass on top of that. That way it didn't come out too tall, because I didn't want it to be, you know, I don't know, blocking you when you walked up the stairs. So now we can add our doorways to either side, just like we did downstairs. And I only want it to be, it can be that high. I'm not going to put doors on these, I'm just going to leave them as open doorways. So it's up to you. You can bring them up 4, you can bring them up 5. And top it with the concrete. Just like that. And then it is going to be a double doorway, since we already have the extra blocks on the inside here. Let's bring that in and up. And this one will turn. And turn this one. And bring it across the top on both sides. If it makes it any easier, you can fill in this top area. It's just empty space. There you go. Oh yeah. Let's get our stone buttons. Don't forget those. Alright. So it should be looking kind of like this. We'll do a doorway over here on this side too. And just like that. Oops, try not to knock out your floor. Whoops. Turn that one. Do I even have any of those? No. I'll just put that back later. Oh, let's get our cross beam here, our buttons, and top it off with your white concrete up here on, up here on top. And again, if you want to fill all this in, it's easier for you later when we put on the ceiling here. You can do that. I'll do it to this side too. Alright, so there we go. We've got our little patio areas done. And now we can start bringing this across here. We do have a staircase that comes up right here too, and is going to take you up to this level. We'll have one on each side, actually. So, alright, onward. Let's make our other doorways here for these little end rooms. And this is also going to be a double entry. Won't matter, that's just more dead spot. Oops. And the two across the top. Alright. Now I'm going to take my white concrete and I'm going to put 2 right there and 2 on the other side. And then I'm going to come out 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Same thing here. Alright, and then we can connect the 2 like that. So now I'm going to put in the floor. I'm just using chiseled sandstone. You're just going to fill it in just like that. Pretty easy. Okay. And then just fill in the rest of the white concrete here. Oops. And these 2 up here. Alright. And then just continue. This can be, I don't know, a little storage room. You could turn it into a bathroom. You know, whatever. Oh, let's put our stone buttons up. And alright. So do the same thing to the other side, and I'll see you back here. Alright, so I got both my floors and walls done for these little end rooms. Now I want to take my quartz stairs and sort of line it out. So and you have to take off the button on the inside. I'd forgotten about these stairs. You don't actually have to put them in if you don't want to. Especially if you're just going to use it for storage, but if you do, here's what it looks like. It's a nice little cubby area. You could do all kinds of stuff with it. And now we can go ahead and fill in our ceilings. I think out here I'm going to use my chiseled quartz. And again, same thing like we did downstairs. You're just going to have it sit up a block. Have it sit on top of the walls. And just fill it in to the edge here. And then just keep going until you have it all filled in. Do the same thing on this other side. And then go ahead and do whatever you're choosing as your ceiling for both of these rooms. And when I get mine done, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I got all my ceilings in here. I got red on that side. I did some brown over here. So let's go back down. I did add just some sea lanterns. This isn't going to be the lighting that I want to end up with, but just for now so we can see what we're doing. And then I wanted to show you this. So I didn't put any lights in here. You saw up above there are no lights, but check this out. Just broad daylight in here, and I don't know why. So I don't know, maybe we're building a haunted house, I'm not sure, but we're going to keep on going. Yeah, there's that. So, alright. So now, actually, before I leave these rooms, I want to go ahead and add some of my crown molding. You don't have to add any if you don't want to. Just a little extra detail. And then you could even put slabs in the corners if you wanted to. Let's do that. Let's trade those out for now. Let's just put one in each corner. And again, the sea lantern's just dangling there is not the way it's going to stay. And then to center it, let's have two, because one of them isn't going to be even. Now let's put an extra slab there, 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 and there. There we go. Here, and just to make it look a little bit better, we'll even out our lights for now. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing over in that other room. Be right back. Okay, so now I got the same thing going on this side. And I see, I forgot a very important detail. Stone buttons. Alright, oh, and another glowy room. Ow. It's so weird. Alright, so now we can start focusing on the stairs. I've got two staircases that come up and go up to the third floor, the third level, the attic, whatever you want to call it. And there's going to be one on each side. So we can do those next. So the first thing I want to do is knock out some of these blocks where my stairs are going to go up. And we might do one more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Might even do one more after that. I'm going to use smooth quartz stairs, and I'm going to come right behind this black doorway here and put 2 stairs, and then I want to take them up 5 total. There's 3, 4, and 5. And then here I'm actually going to put sea lanterns, and then I'm going to cover them with carpet. I'm going to come up this way. I'm going to knock these 2 blocks out, put 2 more stairs, come up, put 2 more, and one more time right here on the edge of your ceiling, put 2 more. Alright. Pretty easy so far. We are going to have a wall here, so I'm going to start right next to the stairs and make a row coming all the way back, and then I'm going to match what I've already started here. So this row, oh actually this is light gray, isn't it? Yeah. So light gray, and then bring it all the way up. Oops. There we go. Until you reach the ceiling. You see, we're going to have to move my lanterns over here. Alright, so now you've got this little area right here on the way out to the patio, and then your staircase going up. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to do the crown molding thing again. You have to get rid of that. And bring it all the way around. And then here you're going to come out one more and then wrap it around like that. And then just keep going until you meet up with the backs of these stairs, and then bring it around. And the last wall right there. I'm not going to put any slabs in the corners here. But there we go. And now we can finish it up by coming in here and putting 2 upside down stairs right there. Then we are going to have the wall. It's going to come straight up from here. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got both of my sides done now, both my staircases. I want to come up to the top here, and we're going to start building the wall. So start with 2 white concrete on top of the stairs you put on the inside here, and just bring it around to this corner like that. And so that it doesn't look weird, I'm going to take out these blocks and I'm going to put in white concrete. And now, whoops, now you want to add 3 more rows. Oh God. And let's go ahead and fill in this hole right here and bring it up 2 more right there, just to the edge of the stairs. You can fill in this if you want. Alright, so that's what we got on this side. We're going to do it on this side too. Same thing. 2 white concrete, take out this row of chisel quartz and put in more. Oh no, that's it. That's 3. And last wall. And 1 more. And actually we're going to bring it up to the edge of the stairs. Did we do that on that side? Yep. Okay. Cool. We're almost done, guys. It's been a long build. I appreciate your patience. Alright. Cool. So now you can take a decorative block if you want. I'm going to use my gray concrete. Put a row on top of the white concrete we just placed. And you can bring it to the inside. Here you don't have to cover this block because this is just for the hallway stairwell. And now add 4 more white concrete on top of that. And do the same thing to the other side. And I'll see you back here. Alright, both my sides are done. They should have come up to just underneath the little attic window here. And you can use whatever decorative block you want. So that's what they look like. Let's go over to this wall and just start filling in this wall here. So come to the block right above the last step and just put a row across and just fill it all the way in until you're even with the top here. Like that. Let's do it on the other side. For the sake of time, I am going to just leave this as one room, and you can design it after that however you want. If you want to make rooms or not, or leave it as one big storage room, leave it as a big party room, whatever. But I'm not going to build rooms in here. I'm just going to go ahead and put in a floor, which I think for this I'm just going to use the chiseled sandstone, and I'm going to do this all the way across the floor, and then I'll show you how we can blend it all together. And now I've got my floors placed. We can start pulling up the walls. Some of these are going to get covered. And I wanted to show you this too. We have this little strip in here. So you can do either way. You can either bring it out one more and fill it in to make it completely square, or you can actually just remove this because it's on top of the wall downstairs, and then just replace it with whatever floor you have. You have a little indent right there. That's what I'm going to do with mine. But again, you can bring up the wall if you want. Alright, so I'm going to use smooth quartz, and I want to come right up underneath. Well, ultimately it's going to be out here. So first, I guess, start a row right along the window here until you reach this middle section. Put another row on top of it, but don't cover your windows. And then we're going to have one more coming out like this. And I'm leaving these two spaces so you can kind of go to the window, I guess. You can cover that up if you want. Alright. So just do that all the way around. Fill in your walls, bring them up just the 3 blocks, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I got my floor in, my walls up, everything's ready. At this point, I can go ahead and put in the ceiling here since I'm not going to do any rooms. So just come up one. You're going to be one up above this. So just use that for your little starter block. And then you're going to bring these blocks along all the way across until they meet with this other one. So do that all the way across from this level. Let's see, what is that? We're going to have stairs down here. So 1, 2, 3. So on the 4th, you're going to have your solid ceiling, and then all along here you're going to put your stairs. So go ahead and fill all that in all the way around, and then we should be done up here. There we go. So I have 1, 2, 3 rows of stairs going up, and then on the 4th row of going up, I have a complete block. And that goes over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then come down 3 the other side. And then let me show you what I did with the window here. I knocked out these 2 stairs and put in some slabs instead, just to make it a little nicer. Like that. So I'm going to do that to all of these windows. And I think that about does it for part 2 on this build. It's been a long build. Oh my goodness, but we've done so much. And then in part 3, I'm going to go ahead and work on the landscaping outside. There's going to be a pool and a fountain. This one too. And then hopefully I will get to some of the interior furnishings. I'm not sure if everybody wants to see all that, so I'm going to save that for the very end. But the most important stuff is up. Definitely will keep the rain off your head. And I thank you for watching. I appreciate all the time you have spent watching me build this house. So let's go outside real quick and just see what it looks like from the outside. It's still pretty dark. I'll have some lighting up by the next time you see it. Ah, here we go. Alright, I guess this is it for part 2, and I will see you all in part 3.